better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Sephiroth is coming to smash. And I suppose Christmas is happening too, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that. No.
Unless you live in London or the southeast of England, where it's now been announced that Christmas has been cancelled because they're going to Tier 4. Sorry about that, London and southeast.
Brainiac and Blackpool.
Well, not really, because we're still in Tier 3, so...
Oh, well, even so.
I don't even know what we're currently at, other than fucked.
DEFCON 5?
So... No, we're just fucked. Straight up fucked.
So DEFCON 5, then.
Yeah, sure.
Happy holidays, everybody!
Yeah!
Welcome to our holiday edition of Doctor Who Reviews.
This is our Christmas special.
We're happy.
Our pre-Christmas edition of Doctor Who Reviews. And we are reviewing...
See? There's Art Carney and B. Arthur and Jefferson Starship.
What?
Sadly, I get that reference and I really wish I didn't.
What?
Because I actually willingly watched the whole thing through. And
So
I
did
regret
I.
that every day.
So did I, and it was a mistake. Brainiac, everyone else, that was a Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say again, what?
What? Yeah, you would if you watched that shit. Thankfully,
No.
we watched a much better piece of entertainment
We
than
did.
the Star Wars holiday
But
special.
firstly,
Yes.
I have to introduce my two co-hosts that watched the piece of entertainment with me. Firstly, to my virtual left, deck the halls with mirrored folly. It's Freezing Inferno.
Hello, la, 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 hello.
And to my virtual right, 'tis the season to be jolly. Unless she's behind you in Among Us, it's Concave Usurper, also known as Cat.
La 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 stab.
I told you in the group chat, whenever we get an Among Us game going, the first 2 seconds of the game, I'm calling an emergency meeting and just saying, it's Cat.
I know you are. I know you are.
The sad thing is, I've got like a good chance of being right too.
Probably, yeah.
We need to make sure we play with at least like 8 people to lessen the chance of that being right.
Speaking of holiday gifts, I should mention the generosity of my 2 co-hosts.
Yeah.
Because just as I sent Rainiac a mirror and some good shit, and just as I sent Kat some Colin Baker related paraphernalia,
I'm
I got
still
some
waiting
nice
on
things.
that troll gift. It hasn't arrived yet.
It was the mask. It was the mask.
No. The joke is that's
Why
not a
would
troll
that be a
gift.
troll? That's fantastic.
I know, but still, I just saw the mask. I had to send it anyway. I got some stuff from my pals. Well, I didn't get a physical gift yet. I don't know if you've sent it or not, Kat. If you've sent one,
I'm thinking about it.
you're thinking about it. She says on the 19th December.
Look, it's been a rough time for me. You're lucky
Okay,
you got
okay.
anything.
It's been a rough time for a lot of people, but yes.
Yeah.
But Kat did send me Doom 64 on Steam, so
Yeah.
rip and tear, everybody.
Yeah, she sent me Among Us, hence the introduction.
And Rainiac, you were a generous sort as well. As the other day, I received some packages in the mail and opened it up to find the Untitled Goose Game for PlayStation 4.
Peace was never an option.
Honk.
Sadly, I do not have a honk sound effect on my soundboard
Oh,
yet.
your soundboard? What fun stuff is on your soundboard?
Oh, lots of fun
Oh,
stuff.
goodness
Like,
gracious
Jesse
me.
Cox is a furry. Yeah. We've been through that one already.
I know, but that one's going to be a staple from now on until something better comes around.
Uh,
In the unlikely that Jesse Cox is listening to this, I can only apologise.
Like he would listen to this.
Jesse Cox, I can explain the context of this. Please don't be offended. Jesse Cox is a furry.
When you least expect it.
When you least expect it, yeah. So, they're not all Monster Prom out of context quotes, though.
No, some are Warrior Line out of context quotes, I'm guessing.
I also have
like-
ones you guys don't know about.
Ooh, mystery.
Yeah.
It's like it's Christmas or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we have I was born in the United States of America.
I fully expect that to
sadly, I got rid of that one. Sorry.
be... Yes. No, wait, no, because that means she's found an even worse one to taunt me with.
So, how about we talk about some Doctor Who?
Yeah, so
If
we
we
are
must.
reviewing The Runaway Bride. This was the 2006 Christmas special, starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate. And interestingly...
Was it like
Done.
the second Christmas special
It
ever
was
made?
indeed, yes. But interestingly, this was not originally intended to be a Christmas special.
Really? Huh.
This was supposed to be episode 2 of series 2.
Oh, wow.
This episode had apparently been in the works for 3 years, since 2003. It was first originally conceived. And then they decided to make it a big Christmas special instead, because originally the only Christmas special was going to be the Christmas Invasion, which came before this, the previous Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then the producer said, hey, about that Christmas special, can you do 2 of them for us, please? So it was moved to the Christmas special, and Tooth and Claw was moved up from episode 6 to episode 2, and other stories filled the gap, and we won't go into that. But yeah, not originally a Christmas episode. It doesn't really show that well.
You're mostly right, except for the fact I don't think there was a please involved. There's just, you're doing 2.
True. I mean, if you want to know the effect of corporate on the creative project, just ask CD Projekt Red's devs. Yes, I went there.
Oh God, that's such a shit show.
It really is.
Isn't it though? Between this and between Cyberpunk and Devotion, not a great week.
Nope. Fuck's sakes. But so, Runaway Bride is our first foray into David Tennant. Wow.
It is indeed. I'm fascinated to find out what Kat thinks of him at the end, but that's at the end.
I think I have a prediction.
You may be surprised.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she likes David Tennant all that much, but we'll find out.
Dude, I came in on David Tennant. He was the one who got me into Doctor Who.
Oh, you came in on David Tennant. I thought you came in on Matt Smith. Sorry.
Originally, I saw Christopher Eccleston, and I didn't like him that much just because he was really dark. And I wasn't too sure about this this new show that I just discovered, quote unquote. And then eventually later on, I saw some David Tennant episodes. I forget exactly which one. But I want to say it was closer to the Martha years, and I still wasn't interested. And then I saw some other episodes, and that's when I got interested.
Excellent.
See, I got in with Eccleston, and I got on board with him. So it was very strange when all of a sudden he exploded in the light, and this weird motherfucker with big poofy hair started talking about Barcelona. I'm like, who the fuck?
That was a real surprise to me as well, because...
And then I saw the episode Love and Monsters, and I thought, why am I doing this to myself?
I will say just quickly in defense of Love and Monsters, yes, parts of it are terrible.
Well, one part specifically, I think, is most terrible.
Parts of it are terrible, but it's not the worst out there.
It's really not. It's really not.
It has certain...
No, it's just that one bit is super offensive.
Oh, yes. It has certain awkward charms, and I don't want to criticize the monster because it was designed by a 10-year-old kid. So
I think that 10-year-old kid might is now what, a 25-year-old kid who's like, oh man.
So therefore, fair game.
So like, they probably think it's just as shit now that they've grown up. So
I tried. I tried to protect them, but anyway.
Honestly, to be fair, when I'm saying stuff about the Absorbaloff, I'm not saying anything about what the kid did because he's a kid. This is just what he was interested in. Yeah. I'm saying everything about the BBC themselves because they chose to use a 10-year-old's idea.
It was a competition.
Well,
it was a competition.
It was a competition.
Hey, a competition also gave us the junked TARDIS from the Doctor's wife.
Cute. So, Runaway Bride's intro is interesting because it actually does mirror the intro to Rose, where you have the same sort of hand shot. So I think
hang on, Fred. You said it mirrors.
Yeah. So that's what's it called? Doctor Who Mirror Alert. Whoop 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 whoop. You added the button.
I added a button. Yep.
You realize if you want me to yell about mirrors, I'm right here. You don't need to take that emotional labor off from me.
This way, you don't have to say it every single time. We just have a button. So all you have to do is just say, hit the button. And it's there.
Oh, but I like saying it.
Well, tell you what. The next time we could do it in tandem. And doubly annoy Rainiac.
Annoy me? No. I'm just used to it at this point.
Anyway, yeah, so it is mirroring the same shot with the moon, the egg, as we pan down, and then we see Catherine Tate on her wedding day, looking lovely, walking down the aisle with her dad. Everything's great. And then the bride melts.
No, that's Amy and the Almost People.
Too soon.
No, it is. It's been like 8 years. Anyway, yeah.
Too soon.
The bride disappears in a golden shower of energy.
And she's in the TARDIS.
Bad choice of words. Bad choice of words.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Phrasing.
Get your minds out of the gutter.
The bride disappears in a cloud of golden energy.
You have to master your analogies like a fisherman masters his bait.
I'm not going to follow that up because I know exactly where that trap's heading.
But Cat, we need a rim shot on the board. Cock ring. Yes, give your cock a cock ring.
Well, I don't have a rim shot, but I've got.
Close enough.
Rank stupidity.
Anyway, now the bride is in the TARDIS, which is what we saw at the emotional end to Doomsday, where David Tennant's having a cry, and then all of a sudden Catherine Tate's in the TARDIS saying, "What else is place?"
Yeah.
What?
So this literally follows on from the end of Doomsday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and if I may say, I have something controversial to say.
Oh boy.
Go on.
I don't like Donna in this episode.
Oh no.
Get out.
That's okay. I'll love Donna in this episode for the both of us.
Honestly, I love Donna when she was the companion. You know, from the Adipose episode, the name I can't remember. Don't at me on that. I loved her from that too when she finally left, which was the saddest thing ever.
Yeah, just for reference, that's Partners in Crime, and that's a great episode.
So good.
Yeah. But in this one, she is just... I know that she's a comedian. I know that she is. It feels too much like they're trying to play up the comedian aspect of her role. I know this was a one-off that she, it probably wasn't in the works that she was going to be a companion. But she is really, really annoying in this episode. Always screaming, always, abrasive. Her family is super abrasive and not really all that interesting because they're just running around and screaming at each other. It just, something about her character in this really puts me off. She does have very strong moments, like near the end. When
I will give you a pass on that because the Donna that appears in this story is very much removed from the Donna that shows up in Series 4.
Yeah.
So basically what you two are saying is that this is the twin dilemma of Donna's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kinda.
Which you two would know the analogy of if you actually watch that story.
You're still having a go about this.
He's never going to let it go.
Kat paid $75 to have one of her heroes give you a message on the internet. $75.
One day we're watching that shit. One day.
Yes. I might even do it over Christmas if it's that board.
I've already seen it, so...
Yeah.
Then you know.
Yeah, I know, it was boring.
It's just me, I'm the holdout.
Yep.
Anyway, then.
So, Frez, I'm thinking maybe sometime next year we go to Blackpool, we hold him down and make him watch it.
I'm safe for another year because of the coronavirus, baby.
Oh, it can only save you for so long.
We'll sneak Cat up here. We'll get our vaccines, and then we're coming to jolly old England.
I mean, that would be wonderful to see you in person, but by that point, I probably would have already watched it. So.
Oh my God, Jerry, Cat, it's so good.
Local man abducted in his own house.
We'll put you in the device from Clockwork Orange that keeps your eyes.
Oh God, no!
Well, we can't play Ode to Joy, or you'll miss all the '80s dialogue and music.
Yeah.
So how about that Runaway Bride then?
Yeah, Runaway Bride. So yeah,
Donna
I can
is
see where you're coming from.
TARDIS. She has no idea how she got there. The Doctor has no idea how she got there. And they're both getting increasingly confused and angry at each other. Like, what the heck is going on here? And
I kind of love the bit. Well, after a bit of faffing about, the Doctor is all of a sudden techno-babbling and just inspecting Donna with this thing. Oh, you've got a discombobulation of the sonic screwdriver, or whatever the fuck he's saying. I don't know the dialogue. He's saying some bullshit. And Donna just straight up slaps him across the face.
Yeah.
Yep. Deserved.
I love it.
It's hard to argue it's not.
We do have some. We have some more emotional moments as she finds Rose's jacket, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not the first one here. I knew it." And it's, it's very sad. Rose Tyler's just left, and she's gone forever.
I will say during this part where she yanks open the doors to the TARDIS and just sees the vast space that's in front of her, that is a good moment. I like that.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I like that.
And that's quite similar to Amy. Well, no, it isn't, because Amy's far more on board with the whole space travel thing. Forget it, it's nothing like it. Yeah.
It's just like this thing. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind.
I realised as I was going through it in my head that it wasn't the same at all. But anyway, we get some more explanation. Donna then demands that the Doctor take her to the church.
So he wishes back to Earth, and this is fun. We're doing this we're recording on Saturday. Yesterday they did the watch along. I think you mentioned that they were doing the watch along.
It's not the last one, as it turns out, but I'll get to that later.
No, we'll talk to that. We'll talk about that at the end. But anyway, I think I noticed on the timeline that Russell T Davies tweeted that something to the effect of, "Is Donna the first companion who's seen the inside of the TARDIS before the outside?"
Ah.
Which, yeah, that's what happens. They land on Earth, and she heads out of the ship to find out where they are. They're not at the church, but they're just on a random London street. And then Donna's like, "Wait, holy fucking shit, this thing is just a tiny police box. What the fuck?"
Yeah, she is not having it.
She's just like, nope, and walks off.
Yeah, she's in shock at that point.
The Doctor tries to comfort her, and then they try to hail a cab, and
oh yeah, another important
they're walking
plot
past
point.
like all these December sales.
It's Christmas Eve.
Trees.
It's Christmas Eve in the year
they're passing by all these
2007.
decorations, and the Doctor's just like, "Oh, is it Christmas?"
There's a line that there's a bit that rubbed me the wrong way here. I was like, nope, they're trying to hail a cab, and nobody's stopping.
Oh yeah, this is a bit.
Yeah, and it's like, wait a minute, they think I'm drunk, right? Which, funny moment. But then the next car comes on, and there's two guys in the car go, "You're not fooling anyone, mate." Oh my God, they think I'm in drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The first test
you see what I mean, though?
Yeah.
About the whole idea of they're bringing too much of the comedian aspect into this?
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
can see that.
Joke, like, that joke is like, whomp.
It's also very dated.
There are three taxis involved here. The first one thinks she's there for a French dress party, reasonable. The second one thinks she's drunk, reasonable, I guess. But the third one is a bit of an oof.
I'd call that a big oof myself.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Especially
Anyway,
since
with
Catherine
all
Tate
this,
looks nothing like a dude.
With all these cab finding shenanigans going on and failing to find the cab, we get a surprise appearance. Well, not a surprise appearance, because I think it was revealed way in advance of the pre-episode publicity. The return of a villain from last year's Christmas special, The robotic Santas.
Hey.
Which, this is fun, because the doctor, he's gone to an ATM to get money for the cab. And then he gets his like, however much he's got. And then, oh shit, there's robot Santas, and they've got trumpets, and they're about to blast him into oblivion. So what does he do? He sonics the ATM machine, money spits out, and a crowd of people are like, oh, holy shit, free money!
I love this, because this is exactly what would happen if an ATM machine started spitting out money.
Yeah,
I mean, no shit.
Exactly.
I'll also say, that ATM has a lot of money in it. Like, a lot.
Yeah, that's not very accurate.
Maybe they're small bills. Like, what's the smallest denomination bill in the UK?
£5 note.
Maybe they're all 5-pounders. Who knows?
Or maybe they're not.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're not.
I know
Either way,
that ATMs here in America, they only give you $20 bills. I'm not sure what...
It's the same in Canada, 20s.
Perhaps they are, perhaps they're not, or perhaps it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
What does matter is the fact that Donna is getting into a cab driven by a robot Santa.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Which, this is interesting, as it kind of reminds me of a... We haven't talked about this story yet. I don't know, Raniac, if you've seen it. Terror of the Autons?
Ooh.
John Pertwee story?
I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen Spearhead in Space.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a
I definitely
scene
haven't.
that's kind of like this, where it's like the doctor and the newly introduced companion Joe are in a police car, and the doctor's trying to talk to the policeman.
Oh, is it Joe's first story? I have seen it.
Yeah, you've seen that then. So
Yeah.
you know the scene I'm talking about. They're in a police car, the cop isn't responding, and the doctor pulls back like his hat, and oh shit, it's an Auton driving. Same deal here.
Yeah.
Donna tries to talk to the cabbie doesn't respond, the cabbie doesn't take the turn to Chiswick.
So you think of that, I think of Stephanie McMahon getting into her limousine, and then the window rolls down, and there's the answer going, "Where to, Stephanie?"
Okay, of course. Yeah,
I'll link you that clip later. It will make sense.
With my very limited knowledge of wrestling, is this before or after she was killed?
She was never killed. She was kidnapped.
Kidnapped, whatever.
The Undertaker.
Someone died at some point. That's all I know.
Well,
It's probably
in
Undertaker.
the storyline, Vince gets blown up in a limo, and then 2 weeks later, Chris Benoit killed himself, and they had to come back and basically undo his death.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm going to say something that may piss off a lot of people, but I don't care. Wrestling is just a soap drama for men.
No, yes.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I watch it, and I don't disagree with you. Anyway, I've derailed the conversation now. I apologise. So, Robotic Santa is not taking her to the church. It's driving away from the church. The TARDIS pursues the taxi.
I love this scene.
Yeah, this is a favourite of many people, this scene.
This is goofy fun. I love it. Goddamn TARDIS flying along the freeway.
Yeah, TARDIS car chase.
TARDIS car chase. It's so good.
And my favorite part, ironically, is the two kids in the back of the car just like mouthing at her, "Jump! Jump!"
Yeah.
I love those kids.
And then they go wild when she jumps in.
Yeah.
I just imagine like their dad or they're saying, "Oh, will you take it off?"
We're not there yet. Settle down.
What the blooming Christ are you on about?
If you don't shut up, I'm taking the Game Boy.
That's it. I'm turning this car around.
Anyway, so we do get a nice scene where the doctor's like, "Jump, jump, jump," and Donna's like, I forget the exact line, but it's an implication about, "Oh no, you lost." Did she? He's like, "You can trust me," and she's like, "Did she trust you, the one you lost?" And it's a lovely moment of, yes, she did, and she's not dead. She is so alive. So jump!
Yeah, and that's when she has the courage to jump.
And she jumps, and the kids cheer, and the TARDIS flies away. And
roll credits. So Donna's safe now, but the TARDIS has taken a bit of a battering in terms of the strain it's placed on the old girl. So the Doctor lands her on a roof and says that I pronounced roof as in her name, not roof as in the...
No.
Yes,
the top of a building.
The TARDIS lands on the fugitive Doctor. No.
The The roof is on fire.
Well, she was when she regenerated, anyway.
We don't need no master-led Gallifrey burn.
Nice. So the title line's on the roof, not the roof.
The top of a building.
The top of a building. It needs some time to be okay again. So we get some more banter between Donna and the Doctor. We get a lot of banter between Donna and the Doctor, particularly this early.
I kind of love that when he gives her his jacket, and she's just like, "God, you're skinny as a rat."
Yeah.
It's so cute. And important exposition comes up where Donna mentions how she met her fiance working as a temp at H.C. Clements. He offered her coffee. They laughed. They had a good time. And I kind of love the... It's more comedy again, but I like the contradictory nature of how Donna's like, "Oh, he begged me to get married." And then it cuts to Donna. "Get married to me, please, please."
Yeah.
They knew each other for 6 months. Good.
It's the other way around.
It's the
other way around. But also important, it's Christmas, as I say, it's already Christmas Eve 2007, but Donna is not a Christmas person.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Donna is getting married because, specifically, on Christmas Eve, because she's not a fan of Christmas, and she's planning to have a honeymoon in Morocco and be away for the Christmas holidays. Mm-hmm. And that's not...
I mean, honestly, it makes some sort of sense, have a good memory on Christmas Eve, so then you like...
There are people that will take a holiday on Christmas for that exact reason.
Yeah.
There's an entire film built around it, starring, Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis, called Christmas with the Cranks.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of funny because the person across the street from me actually has a Christmas with the Cranks inflatable out there of the dad being electrocuted
my God!
by the strings of lights.
Oh my God.
You have some interesting neighbors.
I'll get you guys a picture of it later. Sadly, it will not be posted up on here just because it will have address information.
No, I understand that, but you have some interesting neighbors.
Yeah.
So I
had one who did Pennywise and then one who's doing the National Lampoon thing.
I know which one I like more.
Oh my God.
Yeah, same.
The Doctor also gives Donna a ring. He's not got married to her, but it's a biodampening ring, isn't it? It's to stop the Santas from tracking her.
I will say it is really cute.
He pulls out this ring and Donna's like, "Do you have the ring in?"
And the Doctor slips it on her ring fingers like, "With this ring, I do the biodampen."
Yeah.
Cute. So the Doctor gets Donna to their reception, and everyone's partying. I just love the look on Catherine Tate's face when they walk in and everyone's having a party. You had the reception without me.
Another good scene.
They technically had the wedding without her. She never got to say I do.
Well, they didn't really have the wedding. They spent the entire time in the church going, "Where the fuck is Donna?"
The point is she's not married.
Yeah, she's not married. Everyone's just talking over her, trying to say,
and the groom is dancing with the bridesmaid as well, so that's awkward.
Cool. Yeah, well, as we'll find out, the groom is a shit, so...
Just give it away, why don't you? But yes, he is.
Yeah, give away the 13-year-old episode we're going to talk about in detail.
All right. And the bridesmaid said, we had the reception without... we paid for it, we didn't want to waste it. Gee, thanks.
Yes, thanks,
yeah, I mean, it's like they don't call the police, they don't send out search parties. No, let's just have a big old Christmas party.
But there is a funny bit here where they're questioning Donna, like, what happened? Why did you do that? Why did you pull a prank on us? Donna starts crying and breaking down, and like they stop because they feel sorry for her. She just winks at the Doctor.
Love her.
She's faking it.
While we're partying, the Doctor borrows someone's cell phone. Beautiful 2007-ass flip phone. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
What a vintage time. Mm.
Oh, God, by the way, before that, we get a very crowbar reference to David Tennant being said about Rose.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, is that before?
Yeah, he sees a blonde-haired woman.
I have it after, but yeah.
He sees a blonde-haired woman, and for some reason, even though he knows where Rose is, it reminds him of Rose.
Yeah, David Tennant is sad, y'all.
Because every woman with blonde hair looks like Billie Piper.
Well, no, not everyone. They also have to have the messed up eyebrows.
But you're right. He gets this vintage flip phone.
I will never let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm choosing to ignore that.
Yeah.
He gets this vintage flip phone. He looks up H.C. Clements, which is the company that Donna and Lance both work for. It's a security firm. And the firm was owned by Torchwood. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, the same Torchwood
back when Torchwood was relevant.
And evil.
And
there's a thing you need on your soundboard, Cat. Boom, boom, wah. That is the thing. That's
I'll save that for later.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give her ideas, God damn it.
Oh, I'll give her. Hey, if I give her ideas, it'll stop her from hitting the button that makes me say Jesse Cox was a furry. Jesse Cox is a furry.
That one?
Yes, that button.
How long have you known Kat, Jerry? You know that's not the way to go about things.
I can do my best. So
you can try. You'll fail.
I mean, there are worse things that you could say, Frez.
Nipples. You put that one in.
Yep.
I was expecting that quote last week, honestly, but there you go.
She filled up the soundboard.
Hey, beautiful.
But yeah,
I guess she deleted "I was born in the United States of America" for that.
She claims that she did, but I don't believe her.
Right, for now.
I either don't believe her, or she's replaced it with something even worse.
So the doctor also heads on over to the, what do you call him? Wedding photographer?
Wedding photographer, yeah.
Well,
what do you call a photographer at a wedding? The wedding photographer.
Videographer.
It's not that complicated.
Videographer.
Yeah,
that works too. But wedding photographer is fine by me.
Anyway, he checks out the footage from when Donna vanished, and the doctor notes that this specific dematerialization is as a result of Huon particles, which, Huon energy is so old, it can't be hidden by a biodamper. Oh, shit!
Yeah, that whole ring thing didn't work.
And so the scientists have surrounded the building, much like Monty Python are surrounded by film. And they activate with their original Xbox controllers the deadly Christmas tree balls.
I'm laughing because they do look a bit like Xbox controllers.
Let's be fair. Third-party Xbox controller.
They even have that massive fucking jewel in the center.
Yeah,
and they're gold. Why are they gold?
Why not?
They meant.
Yeah, it's not subtle.
They're meant to be remote controls, but
the Christmas tree balls come off the tree and start flying around the room and exploding. It's pandemonium, and the doctor then shoves his sonic screwdriver into the sound system of the DJ had at the wedding, and sonic shit blasts all the Santas with bass.
Skrillexes them to death.
Yeah, this is great because the doctor sort of gets a chance to taunt them before he delivers the fatal blow. He says, "You've made a mistake. You let a man with a sonic screwdriver near the sound equipment. Bye."
I wonder. I'm sure somebody's done this before, but editing that scene so instead of just a post, it's like a bad song or something.
I'm sure that could happen. Like the chicken song plays or something.
Just like jams the sound around. Baby shark,
for something,
baby shark. Maybe.
Coming soon to Twitter near you.
We shall see.
Well, I've done some funny edits, so I might do that as well. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. The Santas are gone now. They're no longer a threat. The tree is no longer a threat.
But the doctor still wants to trace where the robots came from.
Yeah.
And we have a mysterious watcher in space who's like, doctor, ooh, we're going to get you.
They call him a clever boy as well, and then cut the signal off.
I ask for so little. I really do. I just want to watch a good Doctor Who episode. How did they pick the one with spiders in it?
Oh,
I mean, your pick.
I know.
yeah, I mean, we couldn't tell you, by the way, the spiders in this.
Again, I haven't actually seen this episode all the way through, so I completely forgot that there were actually spiders in it.
Well, you say actual spiders, but it's just like a giant spider lady.
Yeah, is it better
Same
or worse
thing.
that they're not actual proper spiders?
No, it's worse.
Okay.
Anyway, the Doctor, Donna, and Lance head to H.C. Clements to search for clues, and the Doctor mentions offhandedly how Donna got into the TARDIS, you know. Huon particles magnetized you. Huon particles
because,
are from something called the Dark Times. And they're so old that the only other remnant is in the heart of the TARDIS as a little remnant. So what happened was Donna and the particles in the TARDIS got magnetized, and they pulled Donna across space in time to pop in the TARDIS.
And funnily enough, the fact that these particles are in that side of the heart of the TARDIS is important for the finale.
Yep, that's going to come up.
It does come up later on, so this isn't just padding out the episode. Actually, I have to say that although there is some padding with like the comedy bits between Tate and Tennant, it's quite tightly put together, this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour long, so
it doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome. It doesn't feel like it's stretching to fill time too much.
A lot happens in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could have cut some of it out, like that drag queen joke, but you know.
Yeah, they could have cut it out.
Yeah, we could have cut that out. Thank you very much.
If only that guy that did Doctor Who edits was still around, and not a colossal idiot that quit the show because the Doctor's now a woman.
Oh, that fucker. Don't even talk to me about that fuck.
Well, we're not giving them the name live because...
I'm not giving the name live, because fuck them. You know who you are,
My
Mr.
sentence is out there, person. Anyway, so it's now Doctor and Donna and Lance in tow, going to H.C. Clements to find out what the heck is going on here. More exposition. There's an awful lot of exposition in this. After Torchwood 1, because there were 3 Torchwood hubs, that's explained in the series Torchwood. Torchwood 3 is Cardiff. Torchwood 2, I can't exactly remember. It might be in Scotland somewhere. And Torchwood 1
the
was
same
London.
Torchwood we encountered in the series 2 finale.
Yeah.
Is responsible for this. The one that crumbled when Daleks inside.
Yeah, they're gone now. But speaking of Daleks in the Cybermen, don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I was about to say that. She says, repeatedly bring
where
up
were you? Well, I was
on
holiday in Spain. Said, but there were Cybermen in Spain. Well,
I was scuba diving.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it'll be played darkly in her actual end on the show.
Oh, it really will. But so we've got some building plans. There is a floor not on the plan, so of course they immediately go there. How do they get there? Segways.
Segways. You want to talk about 2007?
I will
it's
say,
beautiful.
as much as I did not like Donna in the beginning of the episode, just because of how much she was, she did start to get better as she got towards the end of the episode and started to be a little bit more like the Donna we know and love.
Yeah. She does grow on you, I think.
Yeah.
I like how her and the Doctor are just riding along in segways and just laughing. They're like, "This is the dumbest shit." Anyway, the Doctor finds a hatch and he goes up a ladder to investigate and finds out that they are currently under the flood barrier for the River Thames.
The River Thames, that's correct.
Okay, yeah. They go further on and find a laboratory where these Torchwood people, I guess, were making Huon particles in liquid form.
It's not known if Torchwood were doing it or the people that took over after Torchwood. I don't think that's ever actually explained. Okay. It could be Torchwood 1 because it's a sort of silly alien thing they would do.
Yeah.
I mean, they nearly brought about the end of the world because they thought that it was a good idea to mess about with technology in another universe. Not a good idea.
Oopsie doopsie butterfingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. let's just say that whoever was starting the Huan Prodigal production did not get to finish the production.
They did not.
Right.
Also important for later on.
Whoever it was who's behind this, as the Doctor explains, they needed a body to satirize and catalyze the Huan Prodigal scene. So Donna was the one who got them, and her wedding day is the emotional event that would activate them. And that led to her going into the TARDIS.
I do like that for this bit, because he's talking to two people that don't really know anything about time travel or space, he tries to dumb this down as much as possible. He gets a pencil, he gets a mug.
I like it. So I'm a pencil. What better than a 4H?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he's still, and the Doctor's still like investigating her, and then she slaps him in the face again.
Yeah.
And that's
anyway, there is a massive crater in the center of the room. And although, again, it's not confirmed, the Doctor thinks that this was caused by Torchwood, and they dug it out with laser technology, and they reached the center of the Earth.
This is complete bullshit. Haven't these hacks seen Inferno? Torchwood should be fucking werewolves by now.
When were Torchwood going to learn not to mess with powers beyond their control?
Torchwood should be werewolves, and the Earth should be a cracked egg by now.
Oh my god.
According to Inferno. Fucking... I'm sorry. I just imagine Captain Jack with an eye patch. Oh, fuck.
Captain Jet, that's Commander Jet to you, sunshine.
Oh, God. Well, watch me have predicted Revolution of the Daleks somehow. Watch me come back in 2 weeks' time like, holy fuck, how did I call that?
But it's the main villain of this episode is not Captain Jack.
Captain Jack.
Although some people would think otherwise, perhaps. But our main villain teleports in now. It's a massive spider lady.
I'm sorry, Cat.
Yeah.
This is the Empress of the Rachnos, and can we just, have a little bit of sympathy for her actress here, who was in absolute agony playing this character.
Oh no, I can imagine. Yikes.
Sarah Parish, who's a really good actress in her own right, is forcing this into this prosthetic for 14 hours at a time.
Angled?
Oh my god.
It seems like it would be the way she was angled inside the suit that would cause the most trouble for her.
I think that's exactly what it is. But also, all the prosthetics around her face and the wire thing to form the crown on her head. It does not look particularly comfortable. Let's put it that way. When Andrew Mahindra had to become the Queen of the Skifra, and I still think, by the way, the Skifra were definitely modelled after the Rachnos.
That's getting into more conspiracy theories involving the Chibnall era and pretending it's 2007 again.
Well, it's less of a conspiracy theory and more just the fact that they had this base model for the Rachnos and thought, what if we made it a scorpion instead of a spider?
Right.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just taking a concept and tweaking it.
Anyway, the Rachnos are apparently from these dark.
Chibnall does not have a single original bone in his body.
As we've well established by now, but yeah.
Well, we can wait. We're gonna get to Raz Chibnall all we want in 2 weeks' time.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Woo.
Anyway, the Rachnos are from the Dark Times, according to the Doctor, and they devoured whole planets. They banter a little bit. And this is when Lance, this fucking bastard here, he sneaks off when the Rachnos appears, and he gets an axe, and he's sneaking behind the Spider Queen as Donna's talking, and, she's thinking, oh, thank God, my fiancé is going to kill this spider and save the day. He creeps up closer. She's like, do it now, beat him with an axe. Beat her with an axe. And she watches, and he pulls the axe up. He's ready to strike, and he just starts bursting laughing. Fooled you!
Yeah, and then the Rachnos Empress starts laughing.
I hate Lance.
Curse your son, but never a betrayal.
Fuck.
It's not even that. It's what he says to poor Donna.
He just has utter contempt.
People.
Yeah.
It's
So,
just so much hatred and diatribe and calling her a never-ending fountain of fat, stupid trivia.
Yeah.
This is just really raw and uncomfortable. But yeah. So, let's analyze this a little bit. The doctor's obviously already figured it out. I don't know if he figures it out right here or if he already was kind of sus of Lance.
He already suspected Lance was involved when he found out he was the head of human resources.
Right.
So whoever he didn't know it was the Ratnos Empress at that point, but he figured that whoever was secretly behind the power of H.C. Clements had to have inside help.
Yeah.
Right.
Who better than the head of human resources?
He gently explains to Donna, helping her figure it out, that they met by him offering a cup of coffee, and he was dosing the coffee with the Huan liquid shit to prime her.
Honestly, this whole thing is really devious because as the head of HR, he'd be able to look into employee records and essentially see who's the most expendable.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did.
So
here's Donna, who's temping at the agency. She's not going to be there for that long. Nobody really cares about her. As far as we know, the only family she has is her parents, and who knows how often she sees them.
So this is perfect. I'll dose her with the particle. She'll die, and I'll get what I want. So
you've missed two very important things here, though. What the particles are actually doing, and this is very squicky, so I apologize. They are incubating something inside Donna. They're actually growing something inside Donna at this point.
Particles.
Yeah.
The particles themselves are what are incubating, and then they activate.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying, and I am fully down with how squicky that is as well.
Yeah.
But it's also that not that it's making something else; it's that the Huan particles themselves are what it's making.
Okay, yeah. I got that bit slightly wrong. I apologize. Also, there's an interesting bit of justification from the Empress. When the doctor says, your species is so dangerous because they eat everything, she says, well, it's not our fault. We're just hungry.
We're born starving.
We have to eat to survive.
But,
we're not evil.
Going back to Lance.
Yeah, going back to that
other
asshole.
Shithead, like Kat said, this is just a really raw, uncomfortable thing where he just lets loose all the fucking, like, what's the word I want to use? All the spite he's held up for 6 months putting up with her. Yeah. He just lets it all out, all that venom, just like, I fucking hate you. You're interested in just this vapid, unimportant bullshit. You're a fucking idiot.
He only went through with the wedding just so she wouldn't leave. How cold is that?
Seriously.
And I also want to mention, and Kat, get ready on a button here, because Lance's motivation is that he's bored with Earth and he realizes this is a dead end thing and he wants to go see the universe. So it is a dark mirror to how the Doctor takes on companions and makes them better. So that is a Doctor Who alert. Nipples. Thank you, Kat. That's
okay. Fine.
Doctor Who alert. Whoop 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 whoop.
Oh god! I thought my headphones were packing up again.
They won't be when you edit.
Maybe not. Anyway. Yeah. So.
But yeah, that's
cold-hearted bastard, but
Well, I mean, let's be fair to Lance here. In the end, not really villain.
Wait, are you doing a thing?
Oh, like, wait a minute. Oh, dear.
Well, since apparently Madam whatever her name was with the eye patch is not truly villainous, why not everybody? Sure.
The Master, not truly villainous.
You know that Davros fella? He's not truly villainous.
He's just misunderstood.
Fuck's sake.
The Daleks themselves, not truly villainous.
There are people that could.
Why not?
There are people that will debate you for days on that.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to hear
Okay,
it. I don't care.
Yeah.
So the robotic Santas have now shed their disguise. The ones that weren't destroyed at the wedding reception anyway have shed their seasonal disguise because no longer need them, and they're just full-on roboforms now. They're also known as pilot fish in the Christmas Invasion, which is a bit odd. But here they're just referred to as roboforms. So they surround Donna and the Doctor. They're going to shoot him. However, the Doctor escapes this little trap with the handy help of some Huon particles, which make the TARDIS materialize around them. Because why not?
I love the build up to this, where it's just like, now wait a second, wait one moment here now, hang on, before you kill me. I got a trick up my sleeve, and yeah. So, if the Huon particles could pull Donna to the TARDIS, the Huon particles can also pull the TARDIS to Donna. So, whoosh, away we go.
Yeah, it sort of works, and they have to get out of it somehow.
So, that at this point, the Doctor then decides he has to figure out what's up, what the Rachnos want at the center of the Earth. So, he just time travels back to when the Earth was formed.
It's actually really funny because earlier, when they're on the roof, Donna's like, "Man, I wish you had a time machine because then we could just go back and fix all that." And the Doctor's like, "Yeah, sure. A time machine would be great right about now. I mean, Obviously we couldn't use it because of linear time travel, but you know, if we had one, it'd be fantastic." And then here's like, "I lied, by the way."
It's wild because here's the Doctor saying, "Oh boy, we're gonna go back in time. The Earth." Hello. And meanwhile, Donna's just sitting down and she's having to cry.
Yeah, because her
fiance just said that he fucking hates her.
Yeah.
So they go out and look at the formation of the Earth, and you know, it's a nice little scene. And the Doctor has this line about humanity making sense of chaos. You know, the little people in the cosmic grand scale, stuff like that. It's very nice.
We're all Stardust in the end.
And it
shows Stardust in the end.
It shows how the contrast between him and Lance, Callis.
Speaking of Lance, he's getting force-fed a bunch of Huon water right about now.
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a minute. But as I say, the comparison is Lance is cold-hearted, Callis in it for his own ends. The Doctor is actually trying to care for Donna, even though he doesn't know her very well. Because she's an innocent.
Would that be what we call a Doctor Who mirror alert?
It might be what we call a... Hit
the
button, Cap.
Cock ring.
No, wrong button.
Oh, fine.
Doctor Who mirror alert. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I mean,
whoop.
I did the whole outsiders fingers pointing and everything at that point, and you still didn't press the button in time.
Don't worry. In editing, you can remove the pause and make it seem instantaneous.
I could do that, or I might not.
Which it totally was, by the way.
Yeah, great timing, Cat. Brilliant timing. So she's the Empress is not defeated by the TARDIS going away. She now has the knowledge of what she needs to achieve her goal, which is still not laid out at this point. And having done it to Donna, as you've just said, she now does it to Lance. What a shame.
Oh, no. Stop.
So
Lance.
He's being force-fed with Huon particle liquid while being trapped in an enormous web.
You know, like you do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Doctor is realizing in the distant past what's going on. So he and Donna are inside the TARDIS. He fast-forwards time with the doors open, and he realizes that the Earth is forming the shape of the Rachnos spaceship.
No, you got that kind of wrong. The Earth is forming around a Rachnos spaceship, which is attracting all the dust and particles.
Sorry, no, you're right. The ship is the core of the Earth. The ship is the core of the Earth.
The ship is the core of the Earth. Yeah, that's right.
So explain to me why the core of the Earth is a giant alien spy of the spaceship didn't get people angry, but the moon's an egg did. Can you explain to me, please?
At this point, they've rewritten the Earth's history so many times that it's like, sure, it's a giant Rachnos egg. Sure, why not?
Just think. In 4 episodes from now, the Doctor will go back in time and find.
So finally, the Empress's grand plan is revealed. She needs the particles to feed her children buried in the core of the Earth, and if they get out, they're going to.
They completely bounced off you.
I didn't hear you. It cut out.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I said regarding the whole thing, they've rewritten things so many times. In 4 episodes' time, the Doctor's going to go back in time and find the Langoliers.
Okay, that was worth revisiting. I'll grant you that.
Although, I do want to ask, if there's 3 versions of Atlantis in Doctor Who, how many versions of the Earth's conception are there now?
I don't know.
The answer is too many. Too many.
Like there's lizard people in the Earth, but then now there's spider people.
And werewolf goo.
Werewolf goo.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the grand plan. The Rachnos children will get out. They will eat everything. They could destroy the Earth to escape. It's, in short, bad time. Bad end.
Oh my god, you know what I just realized?
Hmm?
Raniac. Spoilers for a 20-year-old game, although, seriously, it's 20 years old. You started off this episode by saying Sephiroth was in Smash.
Wait a minute.
The Rachnos are Genova.
Wait a minute.
Will we get copyright claim for putting the Genova theme over this part
Absolutely,
of the podcast?
Yes. Yeah, probably.
Square on the tourist litigious. I'm not doing it.
Well, no, see, Nintendo has been taking down a whole bunch of their music, and since it's now in Smash, I wouldn't.
There are three game companies I would not put music on: Nintendo, Konami, Square Enix.
Yeah. You could do what Jim Sterling does and put all 3 in so they can't claim the video.
Well, you still can't monetize it.
It doesn't work.
We monetize this shit?
No, of course I don't.
Of course I don't. He says counting is 10 quid.
There's a guy who does remixes of songs from Nintendo, and he got a whole bunch of his stuff copyright claimed. So even then,
of course he did.
Okay. Anyway,
it doesn't seem to work.
So, why was Lance being doused with the particles? Well, he was becoming another magnet.
And that'll tug the TARDIS right back.
Oh dear.
But luckily, David Tennant has a thing. Which I think is the thing that Christopher Eccleston got from that one Slovene lady in Boomtown, but I'm not sure.
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a Deus Ex Machina.
Whatever the fuck this thing is, it can't stop them from being pulled back to 2007, but it can put them a bit away from the Rachnos and Lance, so they have a chance to escape.
Yeah, it doesn't work well for Donna.
This is wild because they rush out of the TARDIS. David Tennant's examining a hatch using a stethoscope, and while he's expositing, one of the roboforms comes behind Donna and takes her out.
Yep.
And Tennant just keeps on expositizing.
Yeah, and then realizes you haven't interrupted me for a whole 2 minutes. You've been kidnapped, haven't you?
Jeez. So Donna and Lance.
An interesting scene. Let's say that.
Oh god, yeah. Donna and Lance are bound up on webs and bickering, and the Rachnos Queen is just being a taunter.
I mean, to be fair, at least the Rachnos Queen is a feminist because she's like, "How dare you treat her that way?" So.
Oh yeah, that scene, yeah.
I never said.
Then she also decides, "Hey, let's drop Lance into the devil's butthole and have him be eaten by
well.
kids."
There's a reason for this. So she needs meat for her children. She calls them meat.
Mm-hmm.
She needs meat for her children. So she says, "I'm going to drop one of you into the hole to feed my children." Lance begs for it to be Donna.
Send her.
Yeah, Lance begs for it to be Donna because she's useless. The Empress considers it and says, "Put your mother into her, so bye, bitch."
Yeah.
And Lance plummets to his demise.
Hashtag feminism?
Question mark?
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, it's both progressive because feminism, but it's also anti-progressive because it's the black dude that gets killed.
Yeah.
So I guess it evens out? Question mark?
Wasn't he also the first one to die in this series? Or this episode, I mean?
He's the only one to die in this episode.
No, he's not.
Wait, what?
Oh, there's more death coming.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more death coming. But
right. I see what you mean.
The only human character to die, yes. But unless some poor sod was taken out at the reception that we just didn't see it on camera. But
well, honestly, whenever it comes to horror movies, we care most about the actual people that we're following, which are usually humans. So in this case, I would still say that the only thing stopping it from being worse is if Lance just turned out to actually be gay.
Lance is the equivalent of that jerk in Die Hard that tries to help the villains and gets shot anyway.
Oh God, that reminds me of a joke somebody said to me. I don't remember where it came from. It might have been the quote. But you know how people keep debating whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
It is, but yes.
Yeah. So there was a post that said, "Of course Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It has lots of snow. Look at the beginning when Ellis is snorting cocaine."
Yeah. So
anyway,
Lance has a horrifying scream as he dies.
We should also mention that before she plunges him into the pit, she siphons the huans out of him to go down there to help the babies wake up.
Yes, because once he's eaten, the particles are just dispersed. So that's when he knows he's about to get rot, because he has no more news.
And also, the Rachnas Queen Empress sends her spaceship down to London, a big web star, to go ape shit and shoot lightning everywhere.
So this is interesting symbolism. So it shows up originally. People are like, "Oh, that's sweet, a Christmas star," and it starts blasting lightning everywhere, and it nearly electrocutes a little girl. It's like, "Oh my god, run for your lives!"
Jeez.
You know, I just mentioned something I kind of love. It's not in this episode, but it's in the next Christmas story, Voyage of the Damned. I think that's that's the next one, where London is evacuated because they're just like, okay, every Christmas a goddamn alien spaceship comes down and starts blowing shit up. We're out of here.
They did.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, okay, I understand, but not 3 times.
Russell T, I think, had a sort of a not a running gag, but a running theme going where every Christmas special, something would crash into London or invade London.
God.
I mean, hell, it does that on the end of time as well, technically, though that's the New Year's episode. But
I mean, yeah, that's well. Yeah, you're right.
And then the next one has the giant Megazord cyber. Yeah, every Christmas, something invades London.
The Doctor comes in, he's disguised as a robo form, but the Rachnas Queen sees through it real quick and he takes it off. And then he freezes down and it's like, "Come on, down there, let's swing." So she's swinging along the pit like Spider-Man on a web. And he's like, "I'll catch you down there. I'll catch you." Whomp!
Yeah.
She George of the Jungles herself right into the wall.
Yeah.
Watch out for that tree, Donna.
It's very funny.
And here's the climax of our story, which is going to be interesting.
Oh god, this I would say this is semi-iconic. So
let's say this is very Time Lord Victorious before the whole Family of Blood thing.
This is exactly what the Time Lord Victorious originally stemmed from, I think.
Yeah.
And also, it's the diverging point for the Turn Left episode.
Yes, it is. We'll get to that when this whole scene is resolved. But
so the Rachnas Empress tries to get the robots to shoot the Doctor, but he's already hacked them. So And he basically does, it's the classic David Tennant thing. I'll give you one last chance to fuck off out of here and not destroy the Earth.
Yeah,
and
he started doing this in series 2. So in School Reunion, he's confronting the bad guys, the Krillatones, led by Anthony Head. He says, "I need to have so much mercy. Now you get one chance, just one." And you can guess what that one chance is. Leave this planet or I stop you. And how I stop you is up to me. So he gives the Empress this one warning. She doesn't take it. She says, "You're a funny man."
I'm from Gallifrey, bitch.
That's where, as you say, she says, "Shoot him," and then he goes, "And relax," and they all shut down because he's got himself a remote control to hack all the robots. So the robots are neutralized at this point. She says, "Well, I don't need the robots. My children will dine on Martian flesh tonight." Big mistake. Because the doctor says, "I'm not a Martian. I'm from Gallifrey." And the Ratness Empress knows, I've messed up.
Oh, shit.
Well, no, she doesn't go, I messed up. She goes, "You son of a bitch. They killed my people."
Yes. The Time Lords, they murdered the Rachnos.
And the Doctor, in response, pulls out his Xbox controller, throws some Christmas balls around, and unleashes water upon the entire thing to drown the Empress's babies.
Yeah, and this is terrifying. So the Empress is pleading for her children's lives at this point. The Doctor is just standing there with this cold look on his face, completely unmoving, completely unmoved, and it is Time Lord victorious.
Yeah. And he only snaps out of it when Donna says, "Doctor, you can stop now."
Yeah.
Which is the divergent point, or as we mentioned, for Turn Left, because as we find out in that episode, Donna not being there means that the Doctor would have just stood there in stoic silence and drowned.
Yeah. But he's not completely gone, because when Donna snaps him out of it, he does have a look on his face like, "Oh God, what have I done?"
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of wondering now what this story looked like in the Turn Left universe, because Donna didn't get it. Was probably just some random other temp that.
I'm trying to think about the Turn Left, and I don't know if they actually specify the specifics of how he comes to investigate H.C. Clements and the Ratnos Empress.
It's just the Doctor drowned down below.
I think in that version of the story, it's implied that the Empress drowns as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Here she doesn't.
Not sure.
She is heartbroken of what's happened to her children, but she teleports back to her ship. She's like, "Right, I'm going to scorch the Earth, destroy it."
At which point the tanks come out under orders from Mr. Saxon.
Yes.
Who I'm sure is in no way important to the story whatsoever, and we'll just move on from that.
But anyway, bam, bam, boom, there goes.
Yeah. Sarah Parrish could finally get out of that damn prosthetic. I bet she was relieved.
Unlike Donna, who is very much not relieved.
Absolutely not. But it's interesting, isn't it, that here it's not so much David Tennant that saves the world as an unnamed soldier in a tank. And in Goldfinger, it's not Bond that saves the world, it's the unnamed bomb disposal guy.
Hey.
The unsung heroes.
I mean, Bond doesn't do much in Goldfinger, but other than some weird shit. But let's not get into Goldfinger.
Well, he does electrocute Oddjob. That's a pretty big something.
Okay, he electrifies one Korean dude.
Yeah, that one Korean dude was going to kill him. Anyway,
self-defense.
This is not a Bond podcast.
Anyways.
Yet.
No, I leave that to Christine and
it will never become a Bond podcast because I refuse.
Well, if it becomes a Bond podcast, who said you had to be on it?
I know.
Oh, shit.
It's not going to become a Bond podcast. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so...
see, ironically enough, around Christmas time, whenever I used to be able to go to my grandmother's house, they would always have a Bond movie marathon on, and I got so tired of Bond movies.
I forgot this was the first mention of Mr. Saxon, by the way, until I watched this again last night. And this is something that Russell T was so good at.
Actually not. It's not. Apparently there was also a mention of him in Love and Monsters through a newspaper.
Oh, so even back in
it
series
all comes
2,
back to Love and Monsters.
They were planting seeds even as far back as series 2. That's interesting. But this is something I love with Russell T that I don't think Chris Chibnall necessarily replicates so well. The way he would sort of like plant a little seed and just, let it grow, show a little bit each time, and you're not quite sure what's going on, and then the big reveal.
Which his successors didn't really nail that much.
No,
I don't think Moffat got it as well as Russell T.
We've had this debate before. Who was the best at setting up series long arcs, and I think we agreed it was Russell T.
Yeah, I would agree. Like
the arcs themselves were better in Moffat's time. I think people would probably tend to argue, but the setting up of the arcs was handled better by Russell T Davies.
I would say Russell T is really good at the arcs. Moffat is really good at making me fear commonplace things like breathing or blinking and stuff like that.
Absolutely fair.
He excelled at absolutely nothing.
Absolutely fair, that. So as I think it was Kat that mentioned, Donna is not happy at all now. She's lost her job. She's lost her fiancé.
As she said, it's like she misses her wedding and she loses her job and she becomes a widow on the same day.
Yeah.
Again, technically, she didn't actually get married.
Well, even so. Also, the TARDIS can make it snow. The TARDIS
but it isn't actually snow, is it? It's
No. It's not like Christmas Invasion where it's like ash from a blown up
spaceship. They do that in the Voyage of the Damned. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. No, the Doctor actually atmospherically excites the sky and makes it snow.
And this actually makes it worse for Donna because she's really not sure what to make of the Doctor here. Yes, he saved her. Yes, he saved the Earth. But he didn't have to go as far as he did. He couldn't save Lance. And she's like, he deserved it. No, he didn't. No, you're right, he didn't. Yeah. And whatever Lance did he deserve that fate? I'm not sure.
We'll leave that for you to decide. The answer is yes.
I would disagree. I think that nobody deserves that, even someone as awful as Lance.
It was very much it's very much a moral decision. Is it justified that somebody like that dies, even though they kind of helped to bring it upon themselves, but they didn't know what they're getting into? Again, it's for everyone at listening to this to decide for themselves. Although Jerry, I think the answer is yes, but.
Anyway, the Doctor offers Donna to come with him. She refuses because, not really for her. And so there's some more fun stuff, but she tells him not to travel alone because, it's not a good idea. And she asks what his first companion's name was. God. He tells her Rose, and then he flies off. Which now this is funny. I got to mention this ending. Okay. So, as transmitted, instead of the TARDIS going, voo, voo, it actually zips upward into the sky. It flies away. Honestly, flies away. So I was sitting there. I finished the episode, and I'm thinking, how come it flew away and didn't materialize? So I finish up, and then I go on Twitter, and I see a tweet regarding the watch-along, right?
Yeah.
And it's a Twitter account asking Russell T Davies, why did the TARDIS whoosh up into the air instead of dematerializing? Did David Tennant accidentally press the Wang muffler? What's even funnier is the reply from Russell T Davies. He fell on the Wang muffler.
Oh, bless that man.
It's canon. It's canon.
Bless that man. The iconic line is when Donna says, you need someone because I think sometimes you need someone to tell you when to stop. Mm-hmm. No, you need someone to stop you. That's it. Yeah. Sometimes you need someone to stop you. It's so iconic. I couldn't remember how it went, but
beautiful.
She does decline, and here's the interesting thing. Originally, this was meant to be her only appearance. There was no plans at this stage to bring her back for Series 4. Martha, I think,
and glad they did.
This is never confirmed. Oh yeah, Series 4 she's terrific in, but It's never been confirmed, but I don't think Series 3 was meant to be Martha's only series.
Interesting.
Originally, and I think plans were changed. And in a way, it's kind of good they were changed because Martha has such a strong ending to her regular arc.
And she does show up in, like, what, 3 or 4?
Yeah, she's a special guest companion. She's a special guest companion for a while. But, again, I cannot confirm or deny that she was not originally supposed to leave at the end of Series 3. It would make sense if she didn't, but it also makes sense if they originally wrote it to be her ending and maybe somebody else would have taken over at Series 4. But the point is that at this point, Christmas 2006, not on the cards for Donna Noble to become a regular companion. It was supposed to be that she's a one-off, and then we'll have a series of one-off companions at Christmas, and that led to, Astrid Peth in Voyage of the Damned, and Jackson Lake in The Next Doctor. The Next Doctor, by the way, very underrated. I really would recommend that one.
Which one's that?
The Next Doctor.
Oh, yeah, that's a good fun one.
It had no chance of winning the poll for the episode that was picked.
I don't think anyone was going to pick the giant Power Ranger or Cyberman, but
it wasn't just because of that, though. It's got an emotional core to it that I really like. I think that David Morrissey acts the part of Jackson Lake really, really well, and Derva Kerwin is both a really good villain and quite a sympathetic villain in her own way.
Yeah. So I just want to mention something real quick. I don't have anywhere else really good to put it, but I just want to talk about how the Runaway Bride originally in Canada. For just 2 seconds here. So, with the Eccleston and Tennant eras in Canada, they aired on the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, but they didn't really give much of a fuck about it because, like, I can remember watching at the time on there, and it was around this time of year that they aired The Impossible Planet, right, for Series 2.
Yeah.
And I had to wait a month. I had to wait a month for them to air The Satan Pit because they preempted the time slot for Christmas reruns. To give you an idea of how much of a shit they gave about Doctor Who at the time on that channel.
Good grief.
It's just imagine waiting a month because they had to rerun Rudolph fucking Red-Nosed Reindeer for the time. Anyway, so Series 3 rolls around, but what happened was they actually hadn't aired The Runaway Bride. So what they did, and I remember this vividly, recorded it, they air Smith and Jones in the evening, and then at like midnight on the same night, they air The Runaway Bride.
What the hell?
By the way, I'm not kidding.
No, I don't think you're kidding, but what the hell is that?
They were just like, oh, by the way, oh shit, we forgot to air this one. Who gives a shit?
As it turns out, quite a lot of people. But
needless to say, Series 3 was the last time I watched on the CBC. As one final fuck you, around the holidays again, they finished Series 3. But what they did was they did, what's the last two called? Sound of Drums, Last of the Time Lords? Yeah, they did those one after the other because they were, again, like, right, we need a slot for our Christmas reruns. Just run that Doctor Who shit right now and get it out of the way.
I am so sorry.
But thankfully, we're in an era now where, like, 5 hours after the episodes air in England, they show up on the Sci-Fi Channel up here. So that's nice.
And
what
if
a revelation!
You can't wait for that to happen. Then just seconds before the episode airs, they show tons of spoilers.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like those damn episodes of Columbo where they show you what's going to happen in Columbo before they play the Columbo. So I think we're just about ready to wrap up with our overall thoughts on The Runaway Bride. Would you like to go first, Fresno?
Yeah, sure, why not? I like this episode. It's not my favorite Christmas Doctor Who ever. That would be Husband's River Song, of course. But this is, let's say, I think it's my favorite of the David Tennant ones. Yeah, I think I can go with that, yeah. It's my favorite David Tennant one. I love Donna. I mean, even though, admittedly, she is more of a prototype here than what she is in Series 4, I still enjoy Catherine Tate sassing David Tennant. So I like that. The plot is strong. There's a lot of exciting moments, like the TARDIS on the freeway. And there's some darker moments, like Lance's berating of Donna, or, drowning spider babies. So there's a bit of little darkness to the Christmas as well, but overall, this is a pretty good episode of Doctor Who. If you're a David Tennant fan, I'm sure that you can find something nice that you like in it. But yeah, a thumbs up from me there on Runaway Bride.
Yeah, and I will echo what you just said. I think it's a rather good episode. I think it's a rather good Christmas episode. All right, mirror.
I love how you try to get around it.
I heard you just like take a chop and take a breath. Okay, I'll say the word. Yeah.
I didn't even say anything. You just heard me go.
Yeah, I heard you.
At some point, he'll get into the 5 stages of grief ending where you finally accept it. So hopefully they'll come.
Oh, I'm already there. But the grief, I mean, not the acceptance.
Avoiding saying
it. Please continue your thoughts.
Yeah, sure. Good Christmas episode. I like the fact it's got a dark flavour to it. Because I like my Doctor Who have a bit of a dark edge to it. Some of the best episodes that I really enjoy have a dark edge to it, while being seeming like light and should we say fluffy on the outside, and they have a bit more of a dark centre to them. I think that Sarah Parish deserves a goddamn BAFTA for cramming herself into that prosthetic for 14 hours at a time.
Yeah.
I think David Tennant has a good performance, but he would have a lot better, both before and after this. Catherine Tate, yeah, I see where you're coming from, Kat. She's very different to the Donna that we know and love in Series 4. There is a bit too much comedy, but she was a comedian at this point and not really an actress. She would then sort of branch out into an actress in things like Miss Marple and other things she did, as well as her own comedy shows. And yeah, it's just a fun Christmas story. And is it the best Christmas episode David Tennant did? I don't know, because I know that it's not that popular universally, but I do have a soft spot for the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
I just do. Personal opinion, I know. Worst one is probably the Voyage of the Damned, or the first one, the Christmas Invasion.
I would give it to Voyage.
How many did he do? He did 5 Christmas episodes. good gravy.
5?
Yeah, but
Wait, hang on. Invasion.
Yeah, Invasion. This
Invasion.
Voyage.
Bride,
Next Doctor.
Voyage,
End of Time.
Next Doctor. End of Time. Yeah.
5
You're right. Okay.
plus a New Year one for part 2. But yeah, really, really quite good fun. So, Kat, what do you think?
I'm going to go against the grain and say I found this to be a very mediocre episode.
Okay.
It was an interesting enough adventure, the Huon particles and the giant spider lady and everything. But in the end, it just felt like it was falling flat for me because, I wasn't a big fan of Donna in this in the beginning just because of the way she acted. She got better with time as the episode went on. And obviously fantastic in Series 4. Plus, the whole episode is just so mean to her as a character. Lance just berating her. It's on Christmas Eve. It's her wedding. And obviously being a drag queen is not a bad thing. I want to put that up front. But they obviously said in a very derogatory tone towards the way that Donna looks. Or really, I guess, how Catherine Tate looks. And that rubbed me really wrong. And it's like, there's some beautiful drag queens out there. They are just simply gorgeous. But the fact that they said it's not only such a derogatory tone, but also the fact that they're implying that she's ugly really rubs me the wrong way. And so honestly, it wasn't that bad of an episode, but it's not something I would watch again personally. And also, it really highlights the differences between Russell T Davies and Moffat, because for me, it feels like Russell T Davies had a much more dark, gritty sort of idea to how he was going to run the show. Meanwhile, Moffat was a little bit more light-hearted, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I think, by and large, I do prefer Moffat's Christmas episodes to Davies.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
I absolutely adore The Husbands of River Song. It might be my favourite Christmas episode, actually.
It's mine.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is just so good. Twice Upon a Time is
Christmas
pretty
Carol.
good.
A Christmas Carol is also really nice.
I understand, like, objectively, Christmas Carol is great, but I personally am not a huge fan of it.
Okay.
Like, Kat's not a huge fan of this one.
Dr. Winnow in the Wardrobe is widely accepted as a bit of a dud.
That is a dud, yeah.
But
Doctor Mysterio and the Snowmen are good.
Yeah, really. And Twice Upon a Time also very good. And but I just want to add that, since I didn't mention it in my final thoughts, that the episode does definitely lose points for that drag queen line, because miss me with that transphobic shit, Doctor Who.
I don't think it was intended to be transphobic at the time, but yeah.
Well, that's getting back into the defense we try to have for certain classic Who episodes.
It's not a defense. It's not a defense. It's just a statement.
Well, you know what I mean. The argument for.
I'm not defending it. Believe me. But
I know what you mean. Don't worry.
Yeah. To move away from that. I also thought, by the way, we forgot to mention that the special guest actress in this episode was really good.
Oh.
Yeah, Julia Roberts was fantastic.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, behind the scenes, we've been trying to, we keep forgetting to put that in for 3 goes.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up in the intro, and then during a break, I was like, fuck, I forgot.
So I had to get it out there. We lost the time forever.
I completely forgot.
Yeah. So that was the Runaway Bride. And we know exactly what's coming next. What's coming next is a break.
That's right. May I, Rainiac?
Yes, you may.
All right, kids. Next time on Doctor Who, Love and Monsters and the Twin Dilemma will not be watched by us.
Thank you for that. Because there's no surprise. They know exactly what it is. It's Revolution of the Daleks. It's the New Year special.
That's right. Wait, hang on. Are we taking the week off?
Yes.
We're probably taking the week. Yeah, we're taking the week off.
This is the last podcast of the year.
So long, you shitlord of a year.
Hello, the next shitlord of a year.
I was going to say, I wouldn't get too... This is like a common mistake people make. Like, just because this year's been bad, the next year will be automatically much better. It may not.
Oh, it's okay. On December 31st at exactly 11:59 p.m., coronavirus has to get ready because they are contractually obligated to immediately disappear as soon as the first shows up. So.
That reminds me of those memes where it's like December 31st, 11:59, 2020. December 32nd, 12:01, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have had a trailer for a couple of trailers for this episode, and they've done quite well in not revealing too much.
There's some. Okay, this is obviously made before either COVID or Theresa May stepped down.
Oh yes, so the Harriet Walter character is unashamedly supposed to be Theresa May allegory, isn't she?
Doctor Who being political? What?
We haven't learned a goddamn thing from the Happiness Patrol and Helen A. And now
Doctor Who could never be political. It's just some.
And here,
daytime TV
as the only person on this podcast that's from the UK, I have something really serious to say about this character. I am completely fine with her. Who cares? It's just a female prime minister. It may be like a link to Theresa May, or it might not. And we got the Daleks with some very interesting / controversial redesigns.
I just thought of Handshake meme again. Happiness Patrol, Revolution of the Daleks, taking the piss out of female prime ministers in the UK.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep.
But I mean, it's equal opportunity politics because we know another character that's coming back.
Oh yes, Jack Robertson's back.
Mr. I walked away scot-free from shooting a spider, and causing this calamity.
Well, maybe he'll get shot by a Dalek this time. Who knows?
Maybe he will. Who the fuck?
And absolutely nobody else is back. Those are the only two people that are back that we actually care about.
What did you say? Back? Correct. Jack!
Yeah,
Right!
I think that rhymes with Jack. Captain Jack is back.
No,
well,
he's not back. He's not.
Here's hoping that he,
False alarm,
does
everybody.
more than exposit us and remind us of 2007.
Here's a genuine question, Bo, and if this spoils the episode, I apologize, but this is just like speculating. Do you think it's a possibility that the Doctor won't actually get out of the Jadoon jail until the end of the story?
That'd be pretty fucked up.
Would they be brave enough to do that and have the companions and others save the day instead?
I don't know if that. I don't know if. Oh, what?
You have faith in Chibnall.
I didn't say I had faith in Chibnall. I said, is this a thing he would do? I never said anything this would be a good thing he would do, but is it possible that he might do it?
I'll say it's possible.
And this is not getting into spoilers of any kind. I have not looked at anything other than official trailers.
Mm-hmm. I don't know anything.
And some people on the on the TARDIS Editorium Discord were speculating that maybe she didn't get out of jail until the very end.
I see. Well, there's also how shall I put this? Casting confirmation.
Yeah, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. We won't get into that.
That has been I think is a spoiler. Even though it has been officially announced by the BBC, I think that is a spoiler that will probably play into how Revolution ends. So we're not going to go into that.
All right, we won't talk about that. What else should we talk about?
Well, I said that the Runaway Bride was the last lockdown watch-along before the new year. Actually, it isn't. Except I've just realised that because this is going up on probably Monday, there's no point mentioning it because it will have already happened.
Oopsie diddle.
Yeah. On Sunday the 20th of December, there was a watch-along of A Christmas Carol.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
I'm so used to being behind the lockdown, I don't expect to be ahead of it.
It's wild.
But yeah, so that did take place. That feels very stressing. That happened in the future, even though it hasn't happened yet.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah. So thank you to the audience for listening to us talk about the Runaway Bride. We hope you enjoyed it, and we got a few things to plug. Firstly, our email address. GoExterminateYourself@gmail.com. You can drop us a line. You can use that to recommend episodes. Please do. Max, one email in it is getting lonely. So lonely.
I've got nobody.
Oh my god.
If you want to tell Kat to stop singing, it's at Cog Give Yourself.
Hey.
I'm joking. Look, you bought me Among Us. I can't be too mean.
Yes, you can. You can kill me in Among Us.
We can when we get to the actual game of Among Us, but before we get to that, I can't be too mean.
Emergency meeting. It's Cat.
I am so waiting for that to happen. And the twist is that we'll all vote you out, Jerry.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
I mean, it happened to Ty Tuesday. It's like, by the way, can I just promote this one thing? Ian Beecher got vented into space.
I think we can also assume that if I get imposter first thing, I'm also going to kill Frez as soon as possible. Even in front of people, I won't care.
At which point, I'll say it's Cat.
I mean, that'll be pretty bleeding obvious then.
You'd be amazed when you can get away with an Among Us. I've seen some stream games that are wild. I have seen people kill people right in front of someone and get away with it.
That's a powerful bluff check. If you want to talk to me about Among Us, you can find me at Freezing Inferno.
And because he cut out, you can find him at Freezing Inferno on Twitter.com.
Yes, thank you, Rainiac.
It's okay. You can find You can find me at Rainiac the Maniac, and you can find the show at Reviews Doctor. Anything else to plug? Anything else happening on? We're near at the end of Christmas. That will not
Twitch
have finished.
Superstar, yeah.
You
said you'd get this up on what? Monday, Tuesday?
Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So we'll not quite have finished yet.
So Fresmas will still be ongoing for a couple days
Yes.
as you hear this. So twitch.tv/freezinginferno. You can watch the final fun of Fresmas and hear me say more out of context things like...
Do you think I'm just some performing monkey? That I'm just going to be here in order to push buttons and make you look good? Excuse you, sir, but I have feelings and I have, things that I need to do, and also...
Give your cock a cock ring.
I am totally that person.
Oh, God. We made a mistake running Cat of the soundboard.
So, yeah, you can watch the Fresmas and...
you can watch the VODs as well, the past VODs, including me driving him insane with Helltaker. Oops.
Oh, it's... Listen, I've forgiven you, but Jesus Christ. Jesse Cox is a furry. Yes. But Jesus Christ, Helltaker fucking sapped a will upon my soul.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I literally, in the game, we went to hell, and in my own mindscape, we went into hell. Jesus.
So I've now upset you with Wario
on
on separate Fresmases. I've now upset you with Wario Land 4, Cuphead, and Helltaker. Clearly, I'm the best friend. I am the best friend.
You're up there with my friend Joe for this stuff.
Gee, thanks.
Only best friends torture their loved ones. So.
I am the Roman. I made this joke.
Hey, speaking of torture, where can we find your cat?
Oh, I don't know. If you want to watch me stream some games, that might be on twitch.tv/concaveusurper.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Could be getting more Dark Souls blind action.
I was thinking about doing that tomorrow, Sunday, so by the time this comes out, it'll be too late.
Well, you can check out the VOD and anticipate next Sunday's death stream. It's gonna be a whopper and fun. So
if you go,
because I'm going to be with family.
Major announcement: if you go to twitch.tv/Rainiac, you'll find nothing because I put no videos up yet.
Well, actually, Rainiac, 97. Remember?
Yeah, I haven't put anything up yet.
Actually, Frez, I do remember that you owe me something from years and years ago that we never actually did complete.
Oh God!
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
And I seem to remember that this thing had a cannon that was powered by fangirls.
That sounds quite implausible. I don't know what you mean.
And it sounds like it could really star during a holiday thing.
Did he actually leave the call? That's hilarious.
What are you doing tomorrow?
So, see, the thing about that is
oh, he thinks he can escape.
Have you actually picked that for Fresmas this year?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Can't escape it, can I?
Re-download it.
Okay.
Fuck.
And I was thinking about doing that for a stream as well instead of Dark Souls, but I was debating on when to do it.
So that's what's happening in the world of Twitch, but that will be a wrap for the Runaway Bride, and indeed a wrap for all of the podcasts we've done in 2020. I can't believe we've done as many as we have, but they've actually been really quite a lot of fun.
It's been good going to the Classic Who.
Yeah. We've laughed, we've raged quite a bit, but I think we've had some good times.
Indeed. So have a very happy all of you at home, and be, as the great ones said, be excellent to each other.
Yeah.
Over this holiday season.
Have a Merry Christmas or whatever seasonal festival you personally follow, because there's too many to mention. I don't want to upset anybody.
That's why you say Happy Holidays, Rainiac.
Yeah, but if you say that, you're having the war on Christmas, aren't you? I'm joking. Don't kill me.
Yeah, but if they get at me...
I'll do it properly. Hang on a minute. We wish you a Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festivus holiday season.
Thank you, Rainy.
And
If the war on Christmas people get on you for saying Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, bollocks, I forgot Hanukkah.
The holidays are Christmas and New Year's.
End the stream.
Well, as some very inspirational women once said, try not to be a cunt at Christmas.
Who said that?
I'll link it to you later.
Okay.
I thought she was going to say that she said it. It would have been even funnier.
No, it's an actual song.
I believe you. But, yeah. Have a very, very happy holiday season.
Have a happy holidays and have a safe holidays / Christmas / Hanukkah / Kwanzaa / Festivus.
For the love of God, social distance.
Yeah. Have a good time. Be merry, but be safe, is all I'm saying.
Give the gift of not infecting grandma.
Yeah.
Give the gift of wear your goddamn mask.
In the words of the great cat, don't kill grandma.
Thank you. Yes. But that'll be a wrap for 2020. We will see you in the new year with a new special. It'll be Revolution of the Daleks, and it'll be the last Doctor Who we get for about 18 months. So enjoy that.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. And just because we do have to keep the memes alive, other fucking Santa.
Yeah.
Keeping the trope alive!
And now you're mirroring yourself.
Fuck.
And on that note...
Mirror alert. Whoop, 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 whoop.
And on that note, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Jesse Cox is a furry.